Often we find ourselves taken with our thoughts. This appears to be that we're very involved with our thoughts. So we believe that we are our thoughts. And if we think about this, if we spend time thinking about this, then we get very involved in what we think about. But in Buddhism, we call that following our thoughts and following what rises in our mind, which then allows us to ask the question, where is our mind? What is our mind? And first of all, where is our mind? Well, Western science would have that our mind is an aspect of our brain. Our brain is in our head. But we don't know really where mind is. Mind could be outside of our body. It could also be inside of our body. Mind could be in our heart. Mind could be out here. So we don't really know where mind is, but we know that mind is very much a part of us, that our mind is different from the minds of other people, that our mind has the capacity to have clarity, it has the capacity to have thoughts, it has the capacity to solve problems. So what we can say about our mind then is that our mind has the ability to be cognizant. And not only does it have the ability to be cognizant, but it is also crystal clear. So we can say those two things about our mind, cognizance and clarity. Now, when we have thoughts, we believe that these thoughts are ourself. So if we have an opinion about something, we tend to think that that opinion is somehow has some reality to it, some basis in fact. We are this opinion. If we feel that we have an identity, that becomes somehow having a basis in fact. If we feel that we like something or dislike something, like ourselves, dislike ourselves, these things also appear to have a basis in fact. But the reality is that our mind has no thoughts of its own. Our mind has clarity. It also has the ability to be cognizant. So what happens in our mind is that things rise within our mind. So thoughts are constantly rising within our mind. Everything that we see rises in our mind. Everything that we hear rises in our mind. Everything that we taste, smell, touch, so forth. Everything that we think rises in our mind. But these things simply rise in our mind. They have no other reality other than something that rises in our mind. Now, if we choose to follow that, then we are following something that has no other reality than the fact that it exists within our mind. So this can be a lot to comprehend and can take time to comprehend this, the idea that our mind has no thoughts of its own, that it is simply clarity, clear, crystal clear. This is something that we need to take into account. Now, if we also think that we are simply following the things that rise within it, and things must rise within our mind, that's an aspect of our mind, is that things are constantly rising in it, fed by our eyes, our ears, our nose, our tongue. These things rise within our mind. Now, as such, we follow them. We become very involved with them. But when we follow our thoughts, we are distracted from understanding the other things that are happening around us, the other phenomena that are taking place around us. So we can see two things here. We can see that all things are phenomena, all appearances are phenomena, that this can be divided into two things, outer phenomena and inner phenomena. Outer phenomena is what we see, hear, smell, taste. And inner phenomena is what we tell ourselves about it. I like that, I don't like that. I see green, I see blue, I hear something loud, I hear something soft. These are inner phenomena that rise. But the reality is that these are simply things that rise. Now, we can allow them to rise and let go of them, or we can allow them to rise and follow them. If we follow them, this leads us to make a decision, whether we like it or don't like it. And this is where we get into trouble. This is what suffering becomes. And this is where dualism becomes an aspect of something that we have to deal with. So this is a lot to take into account. And I only wish today to bring it up to get you to start to consider it. And I will come back to this in the future, and we will talk more about it. Until then, thank you.